Champ now. Yes, I didn't say. What are you looking so sad about, Champ?
I'm surprised. I mean, I'm really insulted. That's not right, what you just said.
What do you mean, what I just said?
I mean, I'm getting things about. I'm late getting home, but you talk. I said something about the greatest heavyweight champ, man. I'm a hometown man, and you talking about Joe Louis, man. Joe Louis wouldn't be nothing for me. Joe, I tell you, Joe, do you think you would have stood a chance with me?
Well, man, one time during my career, I was on a Formula One tour.
I would have been a bum compared to you.
What's happening, my people? It's Cat Sports again, back for another afternoon with the family. That's right. You know what time it is. If it's Monday through Friday, 2 p.m., it's the Boxstorian bringing you all that boxing history. Boxing is the greatest sport of them all. That's why we love it. Can't get enough of it. Salute to Miss Cass, because without her, none of this would be possible. Salute to the Drunk Irishman, joining us all the way from Ireland. Salute, Drunk Irishman. Salute to Ray Patterson, straight out of New Jersey. What's up, RP? Salute to Irony Boxing, all the way from Puerto Rico. Salute Irony Boxing. Salute to everyone, and welcome to another episode of Cat Sports, the Boxstorian. Today, big money boxers. Big money boxers. We're going to cover a number of different things today concerning the fighters that's made the most money in the squared circle in boxing. We got 30 of the top pay-per-view nights in history. We're going to look at the 15 highest paid boxers in boxing history. We got the 10 top boxers who made the most money in a fight they lost. Okay, the highest paid boxers in fights they lost. And then we got 6 of the highest paydays in one fight. The most money boxers made in one fight. Okay. All's at the day on Cat Sports, the Box Story, bringing you all that boxing history. And now all of these fighters are from the modern era, but we could go back to the old days, 20s, 30s, 40s, and the money those boxers made and do the equivalent of what they would be in what today's fighters make. And some of them would be on this list too. Because, looking at what the value of money was then and what it is now, some of them made just as much money, but we going to buy the highest amounts, which would be boxers in the modern era. I don't even know why I didn't confuse myself. So let's move on. Crush the Legend. What's up, Crush? How are you today? Crush, a great channel. Irony Boxing, Strong Irishman. All great channels. Salute. Crush the Legend in the building. Yeah, we're going to look at some of the big money boxers, okay, today. But first, we got to have our fight of the day. So let's get into the fight of the day. So now, without further ado, today's fight of the day, I think. Wake up, studio audience. Mike Grimm in the building. Salute Mike Grimm. Yeah, RP. Anybody in like the northeast corridor is we got snow and then ice. So them stuff ain't melting. It done froze on us, man. And them people still out there driving like crazy. Fast. But salute, Mike Grimm is in the building. But today's fight of the day is Mike Tyson versus Peter McNeely. August 19th, 1995. He's back. Of course, this was Mike Tyson's first fight back after he had went to prison for the fake rape charge. Remember? Yeah. This was his first fight back. Peter McNeely, August 19th, 1995. A boxing memory. Mike Tyson versus Peter McNeely. Now, it does seem somewhat bizarre that a fight that turned out to be every bit as one-sided as most imagine it would be still made 1 million pay-per-view buys. Because it was Mike Tyson's first fight back. Peter McNeely, everybody knew it was going to be one-sided, but still sold 1 million pay-per-view buys. Yep. Of course, Mike is one of the big money boxers. Yeah, but that fight still sold 1 million pay-per-view buys. Harry Mullen, ringside for the publication Boxing News, wrote, "The fight was a disgrace, an embarrassing pantomime masquerading as a fight. Now, it is extremely difficult to argue with what Mullen said. And we can forgive Mike Tyson for needing an opponent that wouldn't upset the party. And can we really use the word party for a fight that featured a fighter making his first appearance inside a boxing ring since his conviction for rape and his subsequent incarceration 4 years earlier? Peter Hurricane McNeely had no chance of anything in this fight. It really was that simple. Okay, McNeely had no chance, but still made $1 million pay-per-view buys though. Yep. The only intrigue about this fight was how long McNeely would last. And that would be determined by how quickly the 29-year-old Tyson could shed the ring rust he had accumulated during his 3-year stay at the Indiana Youth Center. Okay, how long would it take Mike to get going? That's what determined how long McNeely would last. The Las Vegas crowd chanted, "Bullshit, bullshit," when the inevitable happened. Seriously, what did they really expect? A competitive fight? A sellout crowd of 16,736 had packed into the MGM Grand to see the return of Tyson in 1995. The former heavyweight champion of the world was still big business, despite the choice of opposition. Tyson was paid a reported $22 million for his comeback fight, with Don King, yet again, back center stage, leading the not-so-merry dance. Around 1,000 members of the press attended a pre-fight press conference. Interest in Tyson was still beyond high. The McNeely fight was the first in a lucrative multi-million-dollar deal with Showtime. Nobody had any real intention of putting that deal at risk in his first fight back. You know, they weren't going to put him in there with no top-ranked contender, right? Had a multi-million-dollar deal, multi-million-dollar deal with Showtime. They weren't going to put him in there with Holyfield or nobody in his first fight back. So McNeely, it was promoted as a credible first fight back. In truth, it was anything but a credible fight, right? It was anything but a credible fight. But that's what it was promoted as, right? So McNeely brought an impressive-looking record of 36 wins and just 1 loss into this fight with Tyson. Despite his only loss being on a cut, the record still flattered to deceive. And I'm being kind. As one scribe wrote, most of those wins that McNeely had were assembled mostly in places travel agents never heard of. And one writer called it deceitful and dangerous. Trust me, it was exactly that. Now, McNeely said all the right things. "I'm going to wrap you in a cocoon of horror," he famously said at a pre-fight press conference. McNeely played his part. He helped sell the show. But McNeely would need more than a few carefully scripted one-liners. He could sell a fight, but could he actually fight? It took us a mere 89 seconds to find out. The New York Times cruelly said, McNeely was a hurricane without an eye. A hurricane without an eye. But he had played his part in selling the fight, okay? It was perhaps the undignified spectacle it deserved to be. Now, McNeely showed early indications that he was here to fight. He rushed Tyson at the sound of the opening bell, but the initial exuberance was soon replaced by the brutality of reality. After his second trip to the canvas, McNeely's trainer, Vinny Vecchione, dived through the ropes to save his fighter and everybody else from the carnage that was happening in the ring. He didn't save just his fighter, he saved everybody watching too. And the crowd heavily booed, but in many ways, they had little reason to do so. Again, what did they expect? A competitive fight? They booed him, but everybody got what they expected. Now, Tyson continued his comeback And he did eventually regain several pieces of his old heavyweight titles. But the time away from the ring and his roller coaster lifestyle had taken away something from Tyson that couldn't be put back. As for McNeely fought on in relative obscurity before retiring after 2 defeats in 2001. His final record was 47 wins against 7 losses for McNeely. At the height of the pandemic in 2020, when Tyson was launching his improbable return to action against Roy Jones Jr., when he was well into his 50s, McNeely said he would fight Tyson again. Thankfully, we were spared that. Okay. Thankfully, we were spared a second McNeely-Tyson fight. And there you have it, the fight of the day. There's your winner, Iron Mike Tyson. Well, he wasn't Iron Mike Tyson. He was just Mike Tyson by then, okay? Had to drop the iron, right? He was just Mike Tyson. Okay. So let's get into the show. Today's show, Big Money Boxers. Okay? Big Money Boxers. And there's one of the biggest money boxers right there. They call it money, as a matter of fact, right? But how's everybody? It's Tuesday. We are still early in this big week of boxing history. And we got a big week planned for you. The profile Friday, I got it written down somewhere. I forgot who it was, but it's a good one. It is a good one. Yeah, we're going to start out, we're going to look at 30 of the top best-selling pay-per-view fight nights in history, okay? 30 of the top pay-per-view fight nights in history, okay? And it shows big money boxers, and there's the biggest money boxer right there. Mm-hmm. Again, they call it money. Okay, let's get started. Look at some of these biggest pay-per-views in history. Floyd is in like 15 of them. Okay, the first one. Buster Douglas versus Evander Holyfield. 1 million pay-per-view buys on this fight. October 25th, 1990, it was at the Mirage in Las Vegas, Nevada. Now, 8 months after stunning Mike Tyson with a 10th round knockout, Buster Douglas showed up to the Evander Holyfield fight way overweight. And Holyfield, a former cruiserweight champion, picked up his first heavyweight championship after a dominating 3rd round knockout of Buster. Bernard Hopkins versus Oscar De La Hoya. 1 million pay-per-view buys. September 18th, 2004, MGM Grand Garden in Las Vegas, Nevada. Bernard Hopkins knocked Oscar De La Hoya out with a perfectly placed left hook to the liver in the 9th round. Bear with me for a moment. I'm gonna have to pull a switcheroo here. That thing don't want to act right. It'll only take a second. There we go. We're back already. Okay. Yeah, Bernard caught Oscar with that liver shot, remember? And that sold 1 million pay-per-view buys, though. Mm-hmm. Sure did. 1 million. All of these fights were over 1 million. These are the lower ones here. We start going from the lowest to the highest. Okay. I told you Floyd in about 15 of them, up to 30. Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Robert Guerrero. 1 million pay-per-view buys. 1 million pay-per-view buys. This fight was on May 4th, 2013 at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Vegas. Floyd wasn't fighting nowhere else by then, remember? Yeah, but Floyd versus Guerrero. Mayweather attracted the wrath of the Vegas crowd, which booed the Americans' defensive-first strategy, and Mayweather won a 12-round decision over Guerrero. Look at that. 30 of the top pay-per-view buys in boxing history. Big money boxers today. Canelo Alvarez versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. 1 million pay-per-view buys. Floyd and Guerrero, your 1 million pay-per-view buys, and Canelo and JCC Jr., 1 million pay-per-view buys. May 6, 2017, Cinco de Mayo, T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. It was billed as an all-Mexican fight for the ages, but only one boxer turned up on the night. Canelo Alvarez won every round en route to a comfortable 12-round decision victory over Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Canelo threw a shutout over Julio Cesar Chavez. Yep. They was billed as two great Mexican fighters, but like I said, only one showed up on tonight, which was Canelo. 12-round shutout. Okay, let's continue with these pay-per-views. Got some mixed martial arts and stuff mixed in here too. But we want boxing. Okay. Okay, Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Juan Manuel Marquez. 1.6. No, 1 million pay-per-view buys for this one too. Floyd and Juan Manuel. And this was September 19th, 2009. MGM Grand. Yeah, remember by then, yeah, Floyd was fighting everybody there. MGM Grand. Now, despite a 2-year layoff, Mayweather returned to the ring and did what he does best. He outclassed 3-division champion Juan Manuel Marquez and banked another win. Floyd. Money. They call him money, and this is called big money boxers, right? Canelo Alvarez versus Gennady Golovkin 2. Canelo Triple G 2. 1.1 million pay-per-view buys, going from lowest to highest. And of course, this was September 15th, 2018. Mexican Independence Day fight at the T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. Canelo defeated Triple G on points, capturing the WBA, WBC, IBO, and the vacant Ring Magazine middleweight world titles. It was the first time Triple G lost a professional fight in a back-and-forth battle for the ages, because remember, the first one was a draw. Triple G's first loss. Canelo too. Yep. Big money boxes today. Okay. Bruce Seldon versus Mike Tyson. 1.1 million pay-per-view buys. Of course, this was September 7th, 1996, at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Vegas. And when Seldon went down, I didn't even see it look like Tyson missed him by a mile. They said Don King was trying to get that invincible persona about Tyson back, so he fixed that one up like Tyson knocked Seldon out so savagely. But Seldon he did a terrible acting job. Though Mike Tyson scored a first-round knockout, the fight is notable because of the ringside attendance of rapper Tupac Shakur, who was murdered just hours later. Yep, that was the night Tupac was murdered, and he was at that fight. Yep. Manny Pacquiao first, Antonio Margarito, 1.1 million pay-per-view buys for this one. And this was November 13th, 2010, at Jerry's World, Cowboys Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Jerry's World. The Pac-Man brutally beat up Antonio Margarito in a savage 12-round performance. After the fight, Pacquiao said, "I did not want to damage him permanently, but Margarito, who was hospitalized, suffered permanent damage to his right eye." And Manny said, "I didn't want to damage him permanently, but he did permanent damage to his right eye." It's boxing. Manny Pacquiao versus Juan Manuel Marquez, 4. Last one. 1.1 million pay-per-view buys on this one. And this was December 8th, 2012 at the MGM Grand in Vegas. Manny Pacquiao and Juan Manuel Marquez, 4, had contested a huge trilogy beforehand. And all of the first 3 fights were considered close, with Pacquiao winning twice and the other one being a draw. But in this one, Marquez got revenge in a big way with a violent 6-round finish. One of them wife in the audience crying type knockouts. He got revenge in a huge way on that one. Yeah, look at Manny. He's sleeping, dreaming. Yep, Juan Manuel said, "Y'all ain't gonna steal this one from me." I can laugh now because Manny ended up being okay. You can't laugh. I didn't laugh when it first happened. Once he got up, and then yeah, look at him, he's laying there sleeping. And Juan Manuel looking like, what did I do? Okay. The next one is Evander Holyfield versus Lennox Lewis. 1.2 million pay-per-view buys on this one. Yeah, 1.2 million. And this took place March 13th, 1999 at the Garden, Madison Square in New York City. Lennox Lewis and Evander Holyfield fought to a controversial draw, despite a superior performance from Lewis. Rudy Giuliani, who at the time was the mayor of New York City, said the result of this fight was a travesty. Yeah, that Eugenia Williams woman was in that one. And I told you she had, and when I think it was the 5th round, Lennox Lewis landed like 40-something punches. Holyfield landed like 5 or 6. And this lady actually gave the round to Holyfield, right? So everybody was wondering, were you even at ringside when that round happened? Wow. Or how much money was in an envelope they gave you? And it ended up being a draw. Oscar De La Hoya versus Manny Pacquiao. 1.2 million pay-per-view buys on this one. Took place December 6, 2008 at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Vegas. At the time, there was concern Manny Pacquiao was biting off more than he could chew by challenging a fighter so much bigger than he was in Oscar. In the end, Pacquiao forced the 9th round stoppage victory and announced his presence as a pay-per-view superstar. Stopped Oscar. Yes, he did. Let me check the chat real quick. Everybody hit the like and subscribe, please. Oh yeah, we over 1 million. I mean 1,000. I said 1 million. 1,000 subscribers. Okay, and I think the guy from Africa gave me my 1,000 subscriber, so he wins a 2026 Dodge Ram picture. He wins a picture of a 2026 Dodge Ram pickup for being my 1,000 subscriber. So he needs to find a magazine and find a picture of a 2026 Dodge Ram pickup and cut it out. That's what he wins for being my 1,000 subscriber. Manny Pacquiao versus Miguel Cotto. 1.2 million pay-per-view buys. November 14th, 2009, MGM Grand Garden. Manny Pacquiao scored a late stoppage victory when he was arguably at the peak of his powers during this fight. Yeah. Manny was the fighter of the decade from 2000 to 2009. Yep. Peak of his powers. He ran through that decade like he was possessed. Yeah, this one was the crazy one here. Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Victor Ortiz. 1.2 million pay-per-view buys. I don't know what Victor was thinking about. This was September 17th, 2011 at the MGM Grand. Remember this one? Now, this fight, Victor Ortiz was penalized for headbutting Floyd. Ortiz then hugged Floyd to apologize. And when the referee waved the fight back on, Victor dropped his hands and had his hand out to shake Floyd's hand. And Floyd knocked him out with a 2-punch combination. Protect yourself at all times. Remember that? Victor hugged Floyd, then the referee waved the fight on, and Victor put his hand out to shake Floyd's hand. And Floyd caught him with a combination and ended the fight. Protect yourself at all times, man. Apologize after the fight. You got a point deducted. You don't need to apologize, okay? You got a point deducted. That's the apology right there. You paid for it. You was penalized. But yeah, that's how the fight ended. Now this one, KSI or KS1, whatever his name is, versus Logan Paul. It's on here because it sold 1.3 million pay-per-view buys. August 25th, 2018, Manchester Arena in England. Now, we were glad when this fight ended, so we could pretend we never watched it. But it sold 1.3 million pay-per-view buys. So it had, had to give him its props. It's one of the top 30. That's what we're doing. Canelo Alvarez versus Gennady Golovkin. This was the first one. 1.3 million pay-per-view buys. It sold more than the second one, so that's why the second one was first. November 16th, 2017, T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. Canelo and Triple G may have fought twice. Well, they really fought 3 times. With both results polarizing boxing, the first two, both results polarizing boxing fans. But these two prize fighters deserve each other as they guarantee one thing: a wall brawl and a big payday. And I said twice because the third fight was, like Just You said, it was a pay-per-view sparring match. But they made each other a lot of money, so that's what it's all about. Big money fighters today. Manny Pacquiao versus Sugar Shane Mosley. You're just looking at 30 of the top pay-per-views. Manny Pacquiao Sugar Shane Mosley. And Mike Mazik is in the building. But it's Mike Brown. You see, look up Big Head, Maddie's head. Look, looks to Kotos. Oh, look how big Mandy's head looks to Kotos. BBO Sports TV in the building. I see you survived the fight yesterday, Mike, at the end of the show that was going on at your home. Remember? BBO Sports TV, salute in the building. Big money boxes today, BBO. We're looking at 30 of the top pay-per-views right now. This is Manny Pacquiao and Sugar Shane Mosley. So 1.3 million pay-per-view buys. Took place May 7th, 2011 at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Vegas. Manny knocked Shane down in the third round, forcing Shane to fight far more defensively for the rest of the fight. And Manny won a 12-round decision in this one. Yep. Round decision for Manny. Frank Bruno versus Mike Tyson. 1.3 million pay-per-view buys for Frank and Mike. And this was March 16th, 1996 at the MGM Grand in Vegas. Jay Gibson in the building from the TWT family. What's up, Jay? Good to see you again today, my friend. Big money boxers today, Jay, and right now we're looking at 30 of the top pay-per-view buys in boxing history. Salute, Jay Gibson. He said the last Floyd fight you showed is what him and Larry Merchant got into it. Oh, that was that one. That was the I think it. Let me see. Was that the one with Victor Ortiz when he dropped his hands? Yeah, I can't remember, but yeah. Okay, Jay, that was that one, huh? Yeah, I didn't even remember which one that was. Yeah, that was classic, him and Larry Merchant. Larry said if he was 20 years younger, he would knock Floyd out. Yeah. None of that will be talking about. You heard him. But Frank Bruno and Mike Tyson, 1.3 billion. Thank you for that, Jay. I had forgot all about that. I didn't even realize it was that fight. Yeah, Frank and Mike and Frank Bruno, 1.3 million. Now, Mike Tyson finished Frank Bruno with a 13-punch combination in the third round. And that was Bruno's final fight. Never fought again after that. Yeah. I told you Floyd didn't like half of them. This one is Floyd and Sugar Shane. So 1.4 million pay-per-view buys. Remember Sugar Shane caught him, what was that, the second round? But Floyd showed he got a beard on him. He took it. Sugar Shane went for it. He probably was thinking about that shot all through his entire camp, but it didn't do the job. And he got it in, but it didn't do the job. But yeah, 1.4 million pay-per-view buys. Drunk Irishman says, the irony of Floyd accusing Pacquiao of juicing, yet he was caught with 750 milliliters of IV, which isn't a steroid yet. That amount, it was quite clear he was masking. Okay, appreciate you, Drunk Irishman. Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more in the building. What's up, Bruce Gas? Salute. Today is Tuesday, too. The Bruce Gas quiz show is tonight. Yeah, there's some tough questions. Bruce Gas, get you over there, man. I always come in close to last place when I'm in there. But salute, Bruce. And tonight is a quiz show on Bruce Gas. Yeah, fire. Well, all Bruce Gas shows is fire, but that's a really fire one there, that quiz show. Today is Tuesday. It's tonight. Yeah, but salute, Bruce. We looking at some big money boxes, and these are the 30 top pay-per-views in boxing history. And this is Floyd and Sugar Shane, which sold 1.4 million pay-per-view buys. And again, it was May 1st, 2010 at MGM Grand. The Sugar Shane buckled Floyd's knees with a powerful punch in the second round. One of the few times Floyd seemed legitimately troubled in a professional fight. But Floyd survived and still won a convincing 12-round decision. Yep, he survived it. He showed he had a beard on him too, along with all his other talents. Okay, that was Floyd and Sugar Shane. This one is, I don't know who it is. It's Oscar and somebody. Oh, Felix Trinidad. Oscar and Tito. Yeah, Oscar took his foot off the gas at the end. This was September 18th, 1999, Mandalay Bay in Vegas. Now, an entertaining 12-round battle that could have gone either way was eventually won by Felix Trinidad. The normally mild-mannered Oscar De La Hoya left the ring swearing in every direction, and though there were calls for a rematch, this was the only fight between them. Oscar had nobody to blame but him and his team. They say his team told him to stay away from Felix at the end of the fight in the championship rounds, and it cost him. You know, he had the fight run, but he got the finish. You know, Oscar didn't finish, and it cost him. Yep. Evander Holyfield versus George Foreman. Oscar and Felix sold 1.4 million too, and Holyfield and Big George sold 1.4 million pay-per-view buys in this one. And it was April 19th, 1991 at the Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City. Wow, the old Boardwalk Hall in AC. Now, round 7, just go back and watch it again. That round won Round of the Year honors in 1991. It was a heavyweight slugfest for the ages, and Holyfield won the fight on points. But Big George did a great job, surprised everybody. That was before he got the title back when he beat Michael Moore. Okay, we got YGL Green Light in the building and the Boxing Menu podcast. Salute. Big money boxers today. Right now, we're looking at some of the top. We're winding down on some of the top pay-per-view buys in boxing history. YGL Green Light, the Boxing Menu podcast. Salute. Boxing Menu podcast, great channel. Okay. Let's. I don't know if YGL Greenlight has a channel, but I know the Boxing Menu podcast has a good one. But if YGL had one, I'm sure it would be a great. Okay. Manny Pacquiao versus Juan Manuel Marquez 3. Now, this one actually sold more pay-per-view buys than the fourth one where Juan Manuel sparked Manny out. This one sold 1.4. This was the third one. Okay. Of the 4-fight series they had. Appreciate you. Boxing Menu podcast plus salute. Okay, this one took place on November 12th, 2011 at the MGM Grand in Vegas. Now, another one of those fights that could have been scored either way, with writers divided as to who should have won. Even the judges were split 2-1, but Manny got the edge in it. Yeah, a lot of people thought Juan Manuel pulled that one off, but Juan Manuel didn't take no chances in the fourth one. Remember? Yeah. Put Manny to sleep. Put him in a deep sleep. Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Miguel Cotto. 1.5 million pay-per-view buys. 1.5 million. We're going from the lowest to the highest. Yeah, 1.5 million. This fight took place May 5th, 2012 at the MGM Grand in Vegas. This proved to be just another routine 12-round decision win for Floyd. As everybody this Tuesday afternoon, remember we got the Bruce Gas quiz tonight. And this was our fight of the day today. Mike Tyson versus Peter McNeely, 1.5 million pay-per-view buys, because this was Mike's first fight back after his prison sentence, remember? 1.5 million. Yeah, quadrilogy. That's right, young Irishman. I didn't know how to say it. Quadrilogy. Yeah. Went from a trilogy to the quadrilogy. Okay, I'm gonna have to write that down. Quadrilogy. I just was like 4-fight series. Quadrilogy. Okay. Appreciate you, drunk Irishman. Yeah, Mike and Peter McNeely, 1.5 million. That's top 10. Because this was Mike's, he's back. First fight back, remember? August 19th, 1995, MGM Grand in Vegas. This was the first time Mike Tyson had fought since serving 3 years in prison for a fake rape conviction. I put that fake in there. The fight lasted 89 seconds. Peter McNeely's manager ran into the ring to save his fighter from taking any additional punishment, meaning Tyson won by disqualification. Yeah, he didn't throw the towel in, he ran in there. Remember that? Anybody see that? He came charging into the ring. Man, just get up on the apron and throw the towel in there. But disqualification, knockout either way, it wasn't going too much further. Anyway, but yeah, that was crazy. Mike Tyson versus Evander Holyfield won 1.5 million. Yep, 1.5 million. November 9th, 1996, MGM Grand. I know the venue that had the highest pay-per-view buys had to be the MGM Grand. Wow. Evander Holyfield became the first fighter since Muhammad Ali to win the World Heavyweight Championship for the third time. Holyfield, the challenger, stood up to Mike Tyson's aggressive style and claimed a stunning 11th round knockout win. This was before the bite fight, remember? Yeah, Holyfield became the first and only man to win the heavyweight title 4 times. This was the time he got 3 to match Ali. And he went on to win it again, a 4th time. Holyfield did. Yep, we're winding down now. We're going to get on to our next subject in a moment. Big money boxers today. Winding down to the top pay-per-view of all time. Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. And this was an exhibition, but it's in the top. Look at Jim Gray. Okay, and this took place November 28th, 2020. 2 of boxing's best ever boxers, Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr., returned to the ring in their 50s. Both of them were in their 50s for an exhibition that further showcased internet celebrity Jake Paul as an attraction. Though no official result could be declared by nature of the exhibition, Tyson appeared to have had the edge after the 8th round move around. Tyson said in his post-fight interview that he smoked a spliff prior to the exhibition and said he'd do it all again. Smoked a spliff prior to the exhibition. I've never heard it called that. I don't even know what he's talking about. He smoked a spliff. A joint? Or is a spliff something else? I don't know. I'm old. Okay, Lennox Lewis versus Mike Tyson. 1.9 million. And into the biggies now. 1.9 million for this one. June 8th, 2002, Pyramid Arena, Memphis, Tennessee. This was the one where they got the wrestling. Remember, I think it was in the Garden. It was in New York, this press conference. And remember, Mike bit Lennox on the leg, said he's going to eat his children. A press conference brawl involving both boxers and their respected entourages built more interest in Lennox Lewis and Mike Tyson's ruckus. Now, Lewis knocked Tyson down multiple times and claimed a big 8-round knockout win in this one. Then we had the bite fight, Evander Holyfield versus Mike Tyson 2. This became known as the bite fight. And it sold 1.9 million pay-per-view buys. Didn't do bad at all, 1.9 million. June 28th, 1997, MGM Grand, Vegas. Mike Tyson bit off part of Evander Holyfield's ear. Why? Who knows? But maybe it had something to do with the fact that, up until that point, Holyfield was easily defeating Tyson again. Nobody knows the event as the Sound of Fury, as it was originally called, Sound of Fury. It became the bite fight. And Tyson was obviously disqualified. That's what it's known as, the bite fight. Okay, here's a huge one here. Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Canelo Alvarez. 2.2 million pay-per-view buys. Down to the tops now. And this was September 14th, 2013, MGM Grand. Yeah, Floyd wasn't fighting anywhere but the MGM Grand by that point. Yeah, Mike says maybe with all that headbutting, he thought it was part of the milk dud. Yeah. And Mills Lane wasn't doing nothing about it. Plus, he did all that headbutting in the first fight. So Mike said, I'm going to take matters into my own hands. Yeah, that had a lot to do with it, Mike, that headbutting. Floyd and Canelo. Canelo was one of the rising stars of boxing at that time. Floyd was the veteran. It could have been a passing of the torch. Instead, it was classic Floyd handing yet another excellent opponent a 12-round decision loss. Didn't one woman have it a draw or something? Mm-hmm. Then we had Oscar and Floyd. Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather Jr., 2.4 million pay-per-view buys on this. We're in the top 5 there. And this was May 5th, 2007, MGM Grand in Las Vegas. Floyd's split decision victory over Oscar propelled him to superstar status. The most lasting feature of this fight was that it introduced the hugely popular 24/7 TV series on HBO. The program followed the fighters around as they got on with their day-to-day lives before fight night. Yep, that was the beginning of it, 24/7. Followed Floyd and Oscar through their training and everything. Yep, HBO. Okay. Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Conor McGregor. I think it's only one that beat this one. Floyd and Conor. It's number 2 all time. Come on. 4.3 million pay-per-view buys. Only one beat that one. August 26, 2017, T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Yeah, that was the first time Floyd fought somewhere but the MGM Grand in years. Now, the build-up to Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor's landmark fight featured a 4-city tour. The promotion was unprecedented and epic, but controversial. The fight, though, was nowhere near as exciting as Floyd coasted to a straightforward 10th round stoppage victory. Yeah, that promotion was epic for that one. Yeah. And number 1, y'all know, Floyd and Manny. Floyd Mayweather Jr., Manny Pacquiao, 4.6 million pay-per-view buys. And Floyd and Conor was what, 4.4? Something like that. And this fight took place May 2nd, 2015, back at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. The fight was 6 years in the making, and judging by the fight, it was 6 years too late. Manny wasn't able to properly apply his swarming fighting style, as Floyd was expertly utilizing his defensive game. Another 12-round decision win for Floyd. Yeah, and that's it. There you have it. 30 top pay-per-views in boxing history. Okay, so let's move on to the 15 richest boxers of all time. And this is as of 2026. 15 richest boxers of all time. Okay. This is as of right now. Okay, let's get into that. Don't forget the Bruce Gas quizzes tonight. Don't miss it. Gotta know your boxing though if you go in there. I'm telling you. Okay. So yeah, these are the 15 richest boxers of all time. Big money boxers today. This is up to date. 15 richest boxers of all time, and they're estimated, what they made over their careers. Now this is from boxing endorsements, everything, Like George Foreman wouldn't be on here if it wasn't for that George Foreman grill, right? Let's get into it. Yeah, Jake Paul made it. Now, with boxing's increased presence in Saudi Arabia, as well as streaming giant Netflix, bankrolling big fights, it is safe to say that there's never been a more lucrative time to be a headliner in the sweet science. Participants in big fights are being well looked after financially, and that's reflected by a number of modern-day fighters ranking among the richest boxers of all time. Okay, so here we go. Let's take a look at it. Now, it should be noted that where two fighters are tied in terms of their net worth, the boxer who earned that sum in the fewest number of fights has been given the higher ranking. Okay, so the first five, just gonna name them. 15 is Muhammad Ali, 50 million. 14 is Ryan Garcia, 50 million. 13 is Vitaly Klitschko, 80 million. 12 is Vladimir Klitschko, 90 million. 11 is Sugar Ray Leonard, 120 million. Okay, now we're gonna do a little talk about the top 10. At number 10 is Alexander Usyk. Alexander Usyk, net worth estimated to be $120 million. He's still fighting. Potential couple of big money fights in there, so that should go up. Now, to understand the true magnitude of how Saudi Arabia has transformed the financial landscape of boxing, look no further than the fact that Usyk is believed to have earned life-changing money for his two 2024 victories over Tyson Fury. Adds that to the impressive sums he made in their first fight, as well as for fighting Anthony Joshua twice, and it's easy to see why the Ukrainian hero is one of the wealthiest boxers ever. What makes Usyk's $120 million net worth even more impressive is the fact that he's only competed 8 times as a heavyweight in his pro career. Now, 38, he may only have a handful of fights left, but he makes big money every time he steps through the ropes, as shown by the huge sum he earned after knocking out Daniel Dubois in his last fight. He is set to add to his vast fortune too, if a planned fight with Deontay Wilder comes to fruition. Usyk, active fighter on here. Okay, number 9, Lennox the Lion Lewis. Alexander the Cat Usyk, by the way. Lennox the Lion Lewis. Net worth estimated to be at $140 million. Usyk could move up one on that because Usyk already at 120 and still active, so he will definitely pass Lennox. From one inactive great to another, Britain's Lennox Lewis is one of the best heavyweights that Britain has ever produced, with his $440 million net worth proving this. Competing throughout the 90s and into the millennium, Lennox held 3 world heavyweight championships throughout his career. Despite being born in London, Lennox had the ability to represent Canada at numerous games throughout his amateur career, winning gold at the 1988 Seoul Olympics in the men's super heavyweight division, As well as a goal at the Commonwealth Games, Lennox transitioned from amateur success to pro success. And it was as flawless as it comes. And it's part of the reason why he is so highly regarded in boxing history. Okay, we got another actor. The Gypsy King, Tyson Fury, estimated net worth $160 million. The Gypsy King might have lost his two most recent fights, both to Alexander Usyk, but he's been paid exceptionally well in the process. For his most recent contest with the Ukrainian, he is believed to have earned just shy of $81 million. With fights and victories against the likes of Deontay Wilder, Francis Ngannou, Derek Chisora, and Dillian White, as well as a 4-year reign as heavyweight champion, it is safe to say Fury has earned the right to live out retirement in the lap of luxury if he chooses to. But reports persist that he could make a comeback to face off with arch rival Anthony Joshua. Should it happen, that fight would boost his impressive fortune ever further. Speaking of Anthony Joshua, number 7 is Anthony Joshua, AJ. Estimated net worth $199 million, just south of $200 million, $199 million. And yeah, he would definitely get past that 200. A former 2-time world heavyweight champ. I don't know if the Jake Paul fight is on him. So he probably passed 200 million. This is like the beginning of 2026. So I don't think the Jake Paul fight. So it's safe to say Joshua has passed 200 million. A former 2-time world heavyweight champion, AJ has banked a fortune over the course of his career. AJ earned significant sums for his 2 fights against both Alexander Usyk and Andy Ruiz Jr. He's then cashed in again when facing former UFC heavyweight king Francis Ngannou in a highly anticipated crossover fight because Ngannou had did so well against Fury. That's what made that one against Joshua so big. While AJ has suffered some crushing defeats during his time in the ring, he remains a huge star, as evidenced by the eye-watering payday he received for facing social media superstar Jake Paul. Yeah, that's on here, to $199 million. I wasn't sure was it Jake Paul fight, but yeah, this is up to date. Joshua is currently taking some time away from the sport after some tragic personal events, but did recently return to training as a way to help his mental health. Should he decide to return to the ring, there's likely a career best purse out there for the 2012 Olympic champion, assuming he finally faces longtime rival Tyson Fury. Okay, ranked number 6, this is the 15 highest paid boxers of all time. Coming in at number 6 is Oscar. Jump Irishman says, unlike Floyd, Canelo invested his money wisely, especially them gas stations. He's generating money while Floyd is losing money, buying chains, cars, etc. with value. Appreciate you, Jump Irishman. Okay, Oscar is at number 6. Finding himself the 5th wealthiest boxer, 6th, is the Golden Boy, who boasts a staggering net worth of $200 million. Yeah, Oscar's at $200 million, right? $200 million. Having had a career record of 39 wins, 6 losses. Oscar enjoyed a healthy 16-year career with fights against Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr., capping off a career which saw the American never shy away from the hard fights. Having had 11 different world championship reigns in 6 different weight classes, Oscar has enjoyed just as much success outside the ring, with his work in business earning him the accolade of Promoter of the Year in 2014 from Sports Illustrated. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Jake Paul, number 5. Yep, Jake Paul. estimated net worth right now, $200 million. I thought it would be more than that, but yeah, $200 million. The problem, child, we only have 14 professional fights, but he's already earned a colossal sum inside the squared circle. The former Disney Channel star really started to rake in the cash when he became a huge name on social media. But the 28-year-old has parlayed that fame into even greater riches since lacing up the gloves. Despite building much of his record against opponents who were not renowned for their ability, Paul has banked some serious cash over the past few years. His November 2024 win over faded heavyweight legend Mike Tyson reportedly earned him $40 million. But he blew that figure out of the water by making $92 million when facing Anthony Joshua in December 2025. Despite losing the contest by knockout, that wasn't no December 2025, was it? Despite losing the fight by knockout in the 6th round, Jake has vowed to continue boxing and is likely to climb these rankings even more as he adds more blockbuster fights to his resume. Yes, it was, because this is just January. I'm thinking we like in May. Yeah, that was last month. I wasn't making the connection that last month was December, right? Yeah. Number 4, 15 richest boxers of all time, the Pac-Man. The Pac-Man. Okay, net worth estimated to be $220 million for the Pac-Man. The Pac-Man is a fighter that needs no introduction, with a legendary career that precedes him. Having fought in 4 different decades, the Pac-Man's career record of 62 wins, 8 losses, 1 draw is as impressive as it gets. And it is a record that helped the Philippine-born fighter become the first 8-division world champion, something that hasn't been achieved before or since. Now enjoying a career in politics back in his native Philippines, Pacquiao does so with a well-earned net worth of $200 million, a figure that contributed to his placement as Forbes' second highest earning athlete in 2012 and 2015. And the Pac-Man still chasing further world titles too, and was unfortunate to be denied in his July 2025 draw with Mario Barrios. Now this is mainly because of this George Foreman. Wasn't for those grills, he wouldn't even be on here, but he's number 3. Yeah. Net worth estimated to be $300 million for Big George. Mm-hmm. Yeah, mainly because of the George Foreman grill. When Big George passed away in March of last year, 2025, he is estimated to have had a net worth of $300 million. Roy earned a lot of that vast sum in the boxing ring, where he enjoyed a staggering 76 victories and became an Olympic gold medalist. He also banked plenty more, much more, as the face of a range of best-selling grills, the George Foreman grill. Having won one of his 2 career world championships at the age of 45, Foreman became the oldest world heavyweight champion in history, and consequently, the second oldest champion in any weight class in history. Big George's reputation as both a fearsome heavyweight and a savvy businessman will live on for generations to come. And of course, number 2, Irishman was just talking about these 2. Another was number 2, estimated net worth $300 million, and he's still active. Finding himself in the runner-up spot when it comes to boxing's highest earners is Canelo Alvarez. The Mexican hero has a reported net worth of $300 million. And when looking at his career, it is clear to see why. Now, in his 20th year as a pro, the Mexican has fought 68 times in his career, coming out as victor on 63 occasions. Canelo has held multiple world championships across 4 different weight classes. He became the first boxer to become undisputed champion at super middleweight in 2021. His most recent fight against Terence Crawford may have resulted in him losing those titles, but Canelo still banked the fortune in the fight. Now, 35 years old, Canelo insists that he wants to keep fighting, and he is therefore likely to add to his already vast fortune. And number one is Floyd Mayweather Jr., 15 highest paid boxers of all time. And Floyd's estimated net worth currently is $400 million. Money Mayweather by name, Money Mayweather by nature, claiming the title of the richest boxer despite having not fought professionally since 2017. Mayweather is reported to have a whopping net worth of $400 million. One of the few to retire with a flawless record. The Pretty Boys' 50-0 record, to him defeat the likes of Pacquiao, Canelo, Conor McGregor, Ricky Hatton, and Victor Ortiz. Having won 15 major world championships in his time, Floyd did so across 5 weight classes. He was labeled the fighter of the decade for the 2010s by the Boxing Writers Association of America, and has also been labeled the best pound-for-pound boxer of all time by ESPN. A man who is unarguably one of the best to ever grace boxing. His short stint in the WWE, as well as his other business ventures, sees him as boxing's wealthiest man, a title fitting for someone who calls himself money. Floyd may not be done in the ring either, with reports suggesting that he could face Pacquiao in a rematch this very year, 2026. Wow. Okay, there you have it, the 15 highest paid athletes. Okay, next, we're going to look at some boxers who made their highest payday in a fight they lost. Okay? We're going to look at some boxers who made their highest payday in a fight that they lost. Okay? In a fight that they lost. Boxers that made their highest payday in a fight they lost. I think. Okay. Oh, good time, 312. Might get some link time in today too. But yeah, these fighters we're going to talk about now made the most money of their career in a fight they lost. Okay? Come on, man. Here we go. Okay, let's see. Stay with me for one moment, please. Okay. Here we go. All right. We got boxers who made their highest payday in a fight that they lost. Okay? I guess y'all can guess which fight it was that Manny lost where he made his highest payday in, right? Your drunk Irishman said 400 million maybe 8 years ago. Okay. Now, sometimes the biggest win is the paycheck, not the victory. In boxing's wildest showdowns, a few fighters have walked away defeated on the scorecards, but victorious at the bank. From super fight spectacles to heavyweight grudge matches, here are 5 boxers and crossover brawlers whose largest career paydays came in fights they lost. Okay, here we go. The first one is Andy Ruiz. Highest paydays in fights they lost. Andy Ruiz. Okay. He lost the clash on the dunes, but he won a fortune. Now, Andy Ruiz Jr. shocked the world by upsetting Anthony Joshua. Bear with me. Here we go. Anthony Ruiz shocked the world by upsetting Anthony Joshua in 2019. Then he cashed in on a Saudi Arabia rematch, the clash on the dunes. Ruiz entered the December 2019 sequel as a defending heavyweight champion, with newfound fame and about 283 pounds of happy weight after too many victory tacos. He ultimately lost a wide decision and his belts, but not before bagging a career-high $13 million payday. That dwarfed the $7 million he earned for the first fight and, in his words, turned him from struggling to pay the gas bill into a multimillionaire overnight. Why so massive? So the oil money. The kingdom paid a $50+ million site fee for the fight, enabling huge purses for both fighters. Now, Ruiz wasn't complaining. He bought a new Southern California mansion, a fleet of luxury cars, and dripped in diamond jewelry while insisting he was still hungry for the rematch, for the trilogy fight. In reality, for the rematch, he bought all that after the first fight. In reality, he came in even heavier and sluggish in the second fight, admitting afterward, "I was partying, you know. I said, who cares? I'm the champ. I was having too much fun." The media and fans slammed his lack of discipline, with critics saying Ruiz took the money and ran. Ruiz owned up to the fiasco, saying, "I'll be ready for the trilogy if I get back in shape." He lost his belts, but one thing he didn't lose was that 7-figure fat paycheck. Not bad for a night where he got thoroughly outboxed. Yep. Fighters that made their biggest payday in fights they lost. Deontay Wilder got knocked out by Tyson Fury, but he got paid like a king. Okay? Yeah. He got knocked out. He lost the fight, but he got paid like a king for the knockout. Okay? Deontay did against Fury. When Deontay Wilder faced Tyson Fury in the February 2020 rematch, he entered undefeated and left with his first loss, along with the biggest bag of his career. Wilder was dethroned by Fury by 7th round TKO in a one-sided beating, but the ex-champ's consolation prize was gargantuan, a guaranteed purse exceeding $25 million, plus pay-per-view shares. Estimates put his total haul around $30 million for that night's work, exponentially more than any of his previous wins. This was the highly anticipated sequel to their dramatic 2018 draw, with two unbeatable heavyweights on a joint ESPN Fox pay-per-view. It sold around 800,000 buys in the United States, and both men enjoyed a revenue split on top of their base guarantees. The post-fight drama was pure tabloid gold. Wilder refused to congratulate Fury and instead infamously blamed his ring walk costume for the loss. "He didn't hurt me at all, but my uniform was too heavy for me." Wilder claimed, saying the 40-pound armored suit drained his legs. Social media had a field day with Pound Suitgate trending immediately. Wilder later said, "No more excuses, but the $25+ million he pocketed softened the blow of losing. His costume may have flopped, but his bank account dressed up real nice that night." Okay, boxers who made their biggest paydays in fights they lost. Okay, the next one is Francis Ngannou. From UFC underdog to $10 million boxing payday. Francis Ngannou crossed over for his pro boxing debut in October 2023 against Tyson Fury. And despite losing a split decision, he proved you can lose and still come out on top. Ngannou's payday for the Fury fight was reportedly in the ballpark of $10 million, an astronomical sum compared to UFC paydays, right? In fact, it's more than he earned in his entire UFC career combined. He had famously walked away from the UFC as reigning champion to chase this boxing dream, and the risk paid off. Saudi Arabia hosted the fight, ponying up huge site fees, and Ngannou negotiated a bombshell deal. The fight itself turned out to be a shocker. Ngannou dropped Fury with a left hook and went toe-to-toe for 10 rounds, nearly scoring an upset that would have rocked both boxing and MMA, and even one-on-one judges' card, split decision. Even in defeat, his stock soared. It was one of the most remarkable debut performances ever, one commentator said. Ngannou called it a victory in my heart and walked out of the ring with the respect of the boxing world and a life-changing payday. And he earned another big payday against Anthony Joshua that ended in a devastating knockout. He didn't earn no respect of the boxing world in that one. Okay, boxers that made their most money from losses. Got a couple more. Appreciate you, Jay Gibson, from the TWT family, the winning team. Conor McGregor, notorious $100 million loss. Right? And this ain't the biggest a fighter made in a loss, but he made $100 million in that loss against Floyd. When UFC icon Conor McGregor fought Floyd Mayweather in 2017, most experts gave him no chance, except a chance to make insane money. McGregor's crossover boxing debut ended in a 10th round TKO loss, yet it was by far the biggest payday of his career, reportedly around $100 to $130 million when all was said and done, $100 million to $130 million. That's roughly 10 times what he had earned in any UFC fight. 10 times what he earned in any UFC fight during his career. Now, the fight drew 4.3 million pay-per-view buys, the second most in history, and over $600 million in revenue. Officially, Mayweather was guaranteed $100 million and McGregor $30 million. But with pay-per-view cuts, McGregor's final take skyrocketed. Dana White said Conor would make over $100 million, and Dana was right. As for the fight, McGregor started surprisingly well, albeit with Mayweather being uncharacteristically relaxed with his defense. He arguably won a few early rounds before gassing out. Eventually, Mayweather picked him apart, and the ref stopped it in the 10th round. Now, Conor said, the ref could have let me keep going. I'm a warrior. Now, McGregor said this, though he acknowledged Mayweather's skill. He joked, I turned him into a Mexican tonight, referring to Floyd's aggressive style, and quipped, I earned that whiskey tonight. He lost the fight, but Conor walked away with generational wealth and serious business momentum. And the fighter that made the most in history from a fight he lost was, of course, Manny Pacquiao in the Floyd fight. Manny Pacquiao, $120 million for the fight of the century. Yep, that's the most any fighter ever made in a fight that they lost. Okay? Now, Manny Pacquiao had already made millions in his career in the ring, but his biggest payday ever came from a fight he didn't win. In May 2015, Pacquiao finally faced Floyd Mayweather in a long-awaited fight of the century. The fight broke every financial record in the book. Mayweather won a unanimous decision, but Pacquiao still earned an eye-popping $120 million. The fight drew 4.6 million pay-per-view buys, that's the most in history, and over $400 million in revenue. Actually, Floyd and Conor McGregor made more in revenue, but Floyd and Manny had the more pay-per-view buys. The Pacquiao had negotiated a 40% split, guaranteeing massive money, regardless of the outcome of the fight. On fight night, Floyd's defensive mastery turned it into a slower-paced fight. Manny lost clearly, landing only 19% of his punches, and afterward stunned fans by saying, "I thought I won the fight." Days later, he revealed he had fought with a torn rotator cuff, saying, "It's part of the game. I don't want to make excuses, but it's hard to fight one-handed." Despite the subdued action, the money was very real. Manny's $120 million purse made it the richest loss in boxing history. Ever a good sport, he smiled weeks later and said, "I'll be back." Manny kept fighting, but nothing ever matched the financial thunderbolt of that Mayweather showdown. In boxing, sometimes losing the fight means winning the jackpot. Whether through height, history, or crossover stardom, these 5 fighters proved that defeat on the scorecards doesn't always mean losing where it counts, at the bank, right? Okay, a couple more things. Okay, so I think that's it. Oh, no, one more. We got the 6 biggest boxing paychecks in history, the most a fighter ever made in one fight in history. We got the most a fighter ever made in one fight. That'll be the last thing of the big money boxers. The biggest paydays in history overall. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. The biggest paydays in boxing history. Now, like I was saying at the beginning, some of those guys in the old days made just as big paydays. If you equal the money, figure out the equivalent to what they made to what it would be today. But we just going by the biggest number, okay? We're just gonna go by the biggest number. Because yesterday we talked about Jack Dempsey and Harry Wills, the government blocked the fight. But they gave Harry Wills $50,000 in compensation for not letting him fight Jack Dempsey. And that equals to like $800,000, $900,000 today. So you figure a fighter made like $200,000, that's well over $1 million nowadays. Might be like $100 million or something, but we're just going by the highest amounts period. Not what they made in the old days, what it would be equivalent to. But let me stop because I'm confusing myself again. Okay, let's look at the biggest paydays in boxing history now. Oh, I got the wrong. Here we go. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Biggest paydays in boxing history. Stay with me for one moment, please. We're gonna get this going. 3:30. Oh, come on, please. Okay, here we go. All right. The biggest paydays in boxing history. How's everybody this Tuesday afternoon? Remember Bruce Gas quiz show tonight? All right. Six of them. 6 biggest paychecks in boxing history now. Okay. At the highest level of boxing, a star-studded fight can make someone a very, very wealthy person. Or in Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s case, several fights created a billionaire. Trump Irishman begs to differ on that. For anyone who has followed the sport in the last 2 decades, it's no surprise that the largest payouts in history have all included Mayweather. Granted, he initially ceded the spotlight in a 2007 fight before taking down Oscar De La Hoya. Anyway, overall, the 6 biggest paychecks that can be reasonably confirmed to an individual boxer are the product of just 4 fights. Let's look at them. These are the 6 biggest paychecks in boxing history. Number 6 is Oscar De La Hoya. Floyd Mayweather also cashed a sizable check in this fight, but the featured boxer in the moment was Oscar De La Hoya. According to Forbes, Oscar earned a then record $52 million for the fight at the MGM Grand Arena. Unfortunately for the Golden Boy, though, his challenger won a split decision in 12 rounds. The super welterweight title fight totaled more than $130 million of revenue thanks to 2.5 million pay-per-view buys. Okay, the biggest paychecks in boxing history from fights. Floyd is at number 5. This is first. Floyd is on here a couple times. Floyd is at number 5. This was in 2013. 6 years after the Oscar fight, Mayweather broke Oscar's record. None of the alibi. The head of Mayweather's promotion company said the fighter had a $41.5 million guarantee for this showdown with Canelo Alvarez. Forbes reported Floyd would earn $80 million plus after accounting for pay-per-view sales. Okay? After accounting for pay-per-view sales. Floyd won a majority decision, which was only controversial for the result not being unanimous. Number 4, biggest paychecks earned in one fight, Conor McGregor again. He got the biggest paycheck for losing, and he's 4th for the biggest paychecks in one fight. And we're gonna go on past that because we talked about that when he got the biggest paycheck for losing. But he got his biggest paycheck for losing a fight, and he's number 4 for the biggest paycheck ever, same fight against Floyd. At number 3 is Manny, who also got his biggest paycheck for the same fight, for losing a fight, and he's number 3 for the biggest paycheck ever earned in a boxing fight. So we're gonna go on past that. We talked about that when he got his biggest paycheck for losing this fight, and number 3, biggest paycheck in history. Number 2 is Floyd again. This one was in 2015 for the Manny fight, right? Second biggest paycheck in history. Now, Floyd was on the opposite side of the 60-40 split, but he took home a victory and a $250 million payday. ESPN reported that he collected roughly $250 million of the $600 million plus in total revenue. The fight also produced the record 4.6 million domestic pay-per-view buys. Both of those figures remain the largest in boxing history. Floyd won by unanimous decision, of course, connecting on 34% of his punches to Pacquiao's 19%. And number 1, of course, is Floyd. 2017, biggest paycheck ever made in one fight. His nickname is Money Mayweather for good reason. After knocking out from the Conor McGregor fight, 2017, Floyd improved his career record to 50-0, and he banked $275 million. Okay, and it also vaulted Floyd past $1 billion in total earnings. He joined a small list of athletes, not just boxers, Smallest of athletes led by Michael Jordan and Tiger Woods, who hit 10 digits of winnings as pros, riding into his third and presumably final retirement as a career billionaire. Now he's way below that now, ain't he, drunk Irishman? Okay, there you have it. The 6 biggest paydays in boxing history. Okay. I was going to do this yesterday. The 12 all-time greatest upset in boxing. But I'm going to put the link in there too. Somebody wants to come up and chop it up for like 25 minutes. What's up, Unconquest? I think Unconquest was already in here. Didn't I say Unconquest? No, I didn't. What's up, Salute? Unconquest in the building. Here we looked at some big money boxes today in a few different categories. Top pay-per-views, top 15 boxes, most money made, a box made in losing a fight, and the biggest paydays ever earned in one fight. Salute, Unconquest. How are you today? I'm gonna put the link in there. Anybody's welcome to hit the link. We're gonna go like 25 minutes of link time. Appreciate everybody that stopped through today. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. Big money box. They say Floyd earned the billion. The drunk Irishman said that was like 10 years ago. Drunk Irishman say that billion been gone. I have to agree with him. Okay. I would have to agree. Sorry, Floyd, if you listen. You might be. Everybody gonna be listening when I get my interview with Turkey Alley Sheik. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see here. All right. There it is. Now, I'm gonna start talking about these. I got some of the biggest upsets of all time, and tell somebody the link. They do. Let's see. It's Tuesday. Still early. I had forgot who I was gonna do for the profile frame. It's written down somewhere. We're going to talk about the WBC Thursday and boxing in the 1940s tomorrow. And then a profile on a famous former fighter Friday. And then next week will be the first Friday of the month. So we're going to do an active box. I think we did Brian Castano last time. We're going to do an active box next week. Always profile an active boxer on the first Friday of the month. Okay, let's talk about these biggest upsets of all time. That was a big one there. Elon Spinks and Muhammad Ali, remember? Yeah. I was going to do this yesterday, so I said I'll just do it and knock it out today. Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvin Hagler. Sugar Ray won a 12-round decision, April 6, 1987. Now, Hagler had been not just the best middleweight, but one of the best boxers in the world at any weight for years. In fact, No one had even come close to beating Marvelous Marvin in over a decade. Now, meanwhile, the smaller Leonard had only fought once in the past 5 years. Few gave Sugar Ray a chance to last the distance, let alone beat Hagler, but the close decision went Sugar Ray's way. And boxing fans have been arguing about this huge upset ever since, all the way up to now. I was arguing with somebody a couple of weeks ago about the Hagler Sugar Ray fight. From 87 to 2026, boxing fans have been arguing about that one. Okay? I thought Hagler won. He was a champion, and that was a thing back then. You had to beat the champion. You wasn't just getting no champion's belt and no split decision, but they did it for Sugar Ray. Okay, another big upset. Hasim Rahman, 5th round knockout over Lennox Lewis, April 22nd, 2001. Now, Lewis had firmly established himself as the true king of the big men, and his duel with the lightly regarded Rahman at Carnival City in South Africa was expected to be little more than an exhibition of his talent. But of course, Rahman stopped him. What's up, Arnie? And Larry Merchant had that. Lennox was hanging out with they was making Ocean's 11 over there in that movie. And Lennox was hanging out with some members of the cast. And remember Larry Merchant said after the fight, Lennox had just drowned in Ocean's 11. What's up, Arnie?
How you doing, sir?
Okay, how you doing today?
Good, thank you. Oh, man. Raymond Muratalla, huh? Man.
Yeah, he got it done. I wasn't surprised. I was leading Cruz, but hey.
That's true.
Yeah.
I got it wrong, man. And how did you score it? Did you score it?
Close. I didn't score it, but I would say Demir Tyler got a close split decision. What was the final tally? Did it get unanimous from the judges?
No, majority. One of them had it a draw.
Oh, a draw. I would have had it a split. You know, I could see Cruz getting a card, but yeah, Murray Tyler.
Honestly, bro, I had it a draw. I cannot lie. Yeah, I had it 6-6.
Okay.
So for all
a
million freaking rounds and super close. How in God's name do you score that fight 118-110? It's beyond me.
That was crazy, man. Man, that's still going on. That same thing happened in the Floyd Canelo fight, remember?
Same judge. It's Tony or Tim. I forget. If it's Tony or Tim Cheatham. One of those first names.
Oh, yeah. Tim Cheatham is terrible. They should have got rid of him a long time ago.
He's like the modern day Adelaide Bird right there.
Yeah, he been doing that for years.
Yeah,
giving them kind of scores and still around.
Unbelievable, man. But I mean, for all intent and purposes, I know there was I said on my live, I was calling the fight and also the UFC, and I said it. I was like, listen, I'm not mad if they score it either way. Because I had it a draw, so for all intent and purposes, I had Muratalla keeping the title, right?
Yeah, he would have kept it.
But the other card I didn't mind too much because that was, I believe, 116-112, which I believe that's how T. Hill had it, if I'm not mistaken. He said it on the chat, and yeah, I mean, what do you think, man? Maybe 7-5, maybe 8-4, but no more than that, right?
No more than 8-4.
Exactly.
Maybe 7-5 would be good for it. You know.
Exactly. And if they had it a draw, would you be mad at that?
No, I wouldn't have been mad.
Yeah, me neither.
I wouldn't have been mad at all. No.
What was the
There was some good fights on there though, you know.
What was the co-main? I forgot about that. What was the
Damn, I can't remember.
It wasn't Madrimov. No, it was.
Well, Madrimov wasn't the co-main. Oh,
golly, man. I forgot about that.
Right before Cruz and Muratalla.
Never mind. I'll look it up.
Yeah.
About this weekend, brother. How you feel about this weekend? We even have boxing on Sunday. We got Sufa Boxing too.
Oh, yeah, Sunday.
Unbelievable. Yeah, the
Who's on
first.
that one? Any kind of names on that one?
Rayo Valenzuela is going to be the main event.
Oh, Rayo.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He hasn't fought. He hasn't fought since the Russell fight.
Yeah, that was his
And
last.
you see what I mean, bro? Like I've been saying this on my live, and I'm probably gonna catch some flack for that. But I believe Sufa boxing, as it stands right now, whatever you feel about that first event, right? Which I call that one as well. And not the most entertaining night I've ever seen in my life, but whatever. It has a place for certain type of fighters like that can't get a fight. Been a year without fighting or whatever the case may be. Dana White, if nothing else, bro, he'll get you active.
Yep, he sure will.
Like if you want to fight, he'll get you fighting 3-4 times a year.
Yeah, and he got the money too,
Exactly. They literally don't.
Well, no matter how you feel about it, they're going to be successful. They're going to be around. They ain't
for
gonna know
sure. I mean, think about it. I explain this to people. I'm like, think about this. They're not gonna. It's the same thing with the UFC, Cass. If you go back and watch how the UFC started, people thought they were gonna. They almost went bankrupt. Yep. People thought it was good. It was human cockfighting and this and that, and look at what it is now. Several
and they
decades.
had money behind them, like Zuffa got.
Exactly. So
they made it. Yep.
This is not going to take over overnight, but they already signed Jairo Petaya. The word is that they want to sign Virgil. We'll see how that thing plays out.
Yeah.
Here's what they're going to do.
Once they get the more big names they get, the more people going to start signing with them,
Exactly. And not only that, think about this. Like they have more money than anybody else, right? So think about this right here.
Way more.
For the future, I mean, you can bet, bro, they're going to start signing all the national champions. They're going to start signing the Olympians, the gold medal. They're going to start signing because they can offer more than Eddie or Bob or whoever you want to mention can,
And, when them guys coming out of the Olympics and amateurs, they start seeing them big names already with them. They're going to get them. They're going to start getting them. Young fighters.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I explain people personally, bro, and this is gonna make me so unpopular because I gotta do a little more research on the Muhammad Ali Act, but I think people are missing the forest for the trees with that topic, in my opinion, because there's a whole bunch of negative stuff about the UFC. That's undeniable. Okay, but the fact of the matter is, let's not act here like Muhammad Ali Act is like an electromagnetic field that enables you to sue a promoter, bro. Like a promoter legal team is gonna ride your ass into bankruptcy.
Anyway.
You see what I mean?
That's gonna change that much.
Exactly.
Change. That's not gonna be no big upheaval or nothing. I don't think it make that big of a difference.
I think people are missing the forest for the trees because, listen, I have many problems with Dana White, but also there's a lot of positive, bro. Like he will get you fighting 3-4 times a year, so you can get that record to 10 to 20 wins in a couple of years. And
what's the main objective, Arnie, that the fighters want? They want to get paid, right?
Exactly.
And with Zuffa, they're going to get paid. And like you was just saying, they're going to get the fights.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if you're Sandor Martin, if you're Rayo Valenzuela, if you're Karen Chukatsian, if you're Albert Bell, if you're that's perfect for you.
For fighters like that, yeah. It's your
and the word is that they're gonna get Opetaya unification against Noel Mikhailian. If they pull that off, bro, everybody's gonna sign with them. Trust me.
Yeah. If they can, and I think they will.
Of course, man. I mean,
and if Virgil get with them, they're gonna make the Boots Virgil fight too.
I have no doubt about that.
Because they're gonna have the money to give them what they want, and they don't mind paying them.
I mean, it's no secret that Eddie has been underutilizing Boots Ennis.
Yeah.
The only reason why he's calling for that Virgil fight so much is to save face, because if he doesn't pull this off, and not to give Oscar a pass, okay, by any means stretch of the imagination, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the only reason, let's be honest here, that Eddie's pushing this fight is because
Yeah.
if he gets this fight, bro, not even I can make that argument anymore for for him,
Listen,
you
yeah.
know. But
Yeah,
if he doesn't, and Woods ends up fighting Bakram, or I mean, it's good this and that, but nah, bro, it's a waste of
yeah,
time, basically.
because everybody thought this fight was automatic, like the middle going into both of their fight. Who was Boots' last fight? And I know Virgil fought
Lima,
Lima, and Virgil fought
Lubin.
Lubin. So before both of those fights, everybody thought Boots and Virgil was going to automatic if both of them won. Remember?
Yes.
And now people wondering if it's going to happen. It went from automatic to might not happen. So
Yeah, like from Eddie, I think Eddie said that they had been in like 8 hour Zoom calls or 6 hour Zoom calls, and negotiations was going good and this and that, to now talking about like other options. Oh man, like
and Virgil got to get his situation with Golden Boy straightened out before they can happen.
Yeah, that's another one.
So
that's
another
not
one
going to
be next for either one of them. I don't think they might get it in this year, but I don't think it's going to be next.
Because as much as people trying to get on David Benavides for not really fighting anybody, quote unquote, which is not true, but whatever. Imagine Virgil. Like, Virgil's gotta be hearing this, bro. Like this is your 5th fight in the division, and you haven't even showed up to a post-fight press conference to challenge Fundora, who's the champion.
He don't get in the ring, don't call nobody out or anything, man.
I mean, Sander did that, and you didn't.
Yeah, it's like then they called him out. Remember?
He went there, literally, like Sander. That's why I tell people, let's pump the brakes on Sander, bro. He's the only one unifying, bro. I don't see nobody else unifying.
Nobody. This weekend, right? There's in there this weekend, ain't he?
Yes, that's here. I don't think I'll be able to make it, but damn sure I'm gonna call it. So I'm gonna see it. San Juan, in the capital.
Is that at the same place where you went? And
you know, I think it's the other one. I think, but it's like down the block. You know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Same distance.
So you're gonna definitely call it, right?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna call it here from my house because I don't think I'll be able to make it. I haven't heard. Well, actually, I haven't checked yet, but I haven't heard an answer yet on the credentials. So I'm just gonna. I'm gonna call it either way. So I'm good. I'm good because if I stay home, I can call everything. If I go over there, it's only there, which is not bad because I want to interview and everything. But I don't know. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna die on that hill. I'm good.
Who is that? Is that the zone? Who is Xander with?
Top Rank.
Oh, Top Rank. Okay. So what network is that on now?
Man, I read that the other day. I'll get back to you on that one, okay? Because I'm on my mobile right now.
Because they're not on ESPN anymore, right?
I don't think so. They got something different. Something Top Rank channel. They made a channel, and you can watch that on
YouTube.
On a VCO Smart TV. I think another one is like Tubi or Tubo, something like that.
So is that what the Xander fight's going to be on?
Yes.
Okay. That's something like similar to Netflix, right?
I think so. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or like a Roku or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Okay. That's kind of like taking over anyway now, These networks and all that kind of stuff is fading.
Oh, it is.
Fading on out.
Like pay-per-view's dead in the water. Like, they can do the Ultimate Plan all they want to in the Zone. By the way, I just unsubscribed from the Zone because it's just not worth it, bro. And I enjoyed it, but it's not worth it. Not really worth it. Listen, you're telling me that I get to watch Canelo versus Crawford for $12?
Yeah.
And you're gonna and you're gonna charge me I think it's $60 for Shakur and Tio. Yeah, okay.
And then some of them, they try to charge like $99, $100 for some of those fights.
Yeah.
That's not where it's at right anymore. I think I might get to the Zone too because
Yeah, I may resubscribe. Who knows? But as of right now, not really. Not interested.
Only reason I had it was for the boxing anyway. You know, they show other stuff, but that's all I had it for was the boxing, and they're not producing right now. And when they do,
Not
it's too
really.
expensive. You know.
Yeah, like that ultimate stuff that they came up with, and it's like they included. I don't know. I don't remember how many pay-per-views they included. I think it was like 10 or 15, right? But you don't get to choose those. Like they stuck Barrios and Ryan there. They stuck like if it's one thing is you got to pick them, right? You got to pick.
Yeah.
Let's say okay, like give me Zurdo and David Benavides. Give me Inoue and Nakatani. Give me
Oh, okay. You get to pick them.
no. They just tell you which ones are the ones
Oh,
included. Like
okay.
you see what I mean? Like you don't get no what's the word I'm looking for? You don't get no
I know what you mean, though.
autonomy. You know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. On
And
Conquest, as I think about it, there has to be some underlying trickery. How can he be number one? I can't see. Okay, here we go. How can it be number one in a sea of boxers to generate those numbers?
exactly.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
So give me your predictions, brother. What do you think about? Let me start with Shakur and Tio.
Shakur by decision.
Keyshawn Davis versus Jermaine Ortiz.
I think Keyshawn will pull it out, but that's going to be a hard fight for him. Yes, that's going to be. That might be the best fight of the whole night. People underestimate Jermaine.
For sure.
That might be the best fight on the card. That co-main. That's the co-main, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be the fight of the night right there.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was, to be honest with you.
But I'm leaning a little toward Keyshawn. Yeah.
What do you think about Carlos Adames versus what's the guy name? Carlos Adames versus Amo Williams?
Yeah, Carlos to retain it.
Yeah,
I've never been impressed with Amo. Isn't he kind of old too, Amo Williams?
I think so, and he's undersized as well.
Yeah, I've never really been that impressed with him. He's a boxer and everything. I give him respect, but nah, he can't beat no top level like Carlos. Carlos might stop him.
Yeah,
he might stop him. Those are the top three on the card. Those fights, right?
I might be missing one, but I think so. Yeah.
But what you got on those three then? The three you just asked me about.
I agree with you on Shakur.
Unanimous decision?
Yes.
Okay.
Keyshawn Davis by stoppage round 9 because that's a 10-rounder.
Late stoppage.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have some trouble at start.
Early,
yeah.
Early.
And I think as the fight progresses, he will start to take. I think this is gonna go pretty much like David Benavides versus Caleb Plant type fight.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what was I asked the question and I don't remember. Oh yeah, it's Adames and Adames by stoppage, middle to early of the fight.
That's what I think. After 6, Arrow will make it to 6, but anyway, after that, Carlos come out of there.
I wouldn't be shocked if it's a little bit earlier than that, but that's what I'm aiming at. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Jermaine, like you said, it might be similar to Benavides and Plant, but Jermaine hadn't shown any kind of gas tank problems or anything, though.
No, I don't. Exactly. No, I should have clarified that. And that's a great question.
By 9 and get him out of there.
I just think that Keyshawn is going to catch him with something middle of the fight-ish, and it's gonna take away his mobility. Probably Keyshawn is gonna go to the body early, which is what he should do to take some of those legs away. But to the middle of the fight, I think he's gonna catch him with something and have him badly hurt, and he's gonna survive one way or another by clinching or by using his legs or whatever. But he's gonna eventually catch up to him.
Yeah, and Keyshawn been inactive, so he got to work his way back in, get his timing and everything. You know,
Because I don't really see Keyshawn as a one punch sleeper
nah,
type of guy. I
not
think
really.
he's
Nah.
exactly like people can point it at this knockout or that knockout, but I think Keyshawn is more of like a how do I say this, like he
Accumulation. Accumulation.
exactly
Yeah.
exactly like he beats you up kind of like in a George Foreman ish type of way. I mean, with all
Yeah.
the respect, obviously, I'm not saying he's George
Break you
Foreman. I'm
down.
just saying,
Mhm.
yeah,
And he's good at that. Breaking
yeah,
fighters down and then getting
or
under their
like a
wings.
Benavides type or something like that, you know.
Yeah. What you got on that fight, Benavidez and Zerdo?
Zurdo. Oh
Yeah.
man, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna be okay. So Benavides has quicker hands, in my opinion.
Mhm.
Again, this is his first fight at cruiserweight, so who knows, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just going for what I've seen, right?
Yeah.
Benavides to me has quicker hands. I think Benavides is more disciplined, and I
Mhm.
think Zurdo has been in there with better opposition, but not in a quantity
Yeah.
aspect.
That's true.
Like the best two opponents of Zurdo are better than the best two of Benavides, but Benavides has fought
More.
way more B plus guys than Zurdo has.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Benavidez haven't been in
Um,
there with nobody like Bivol, but he's been in there with more solid.
exactly.
That's what you're saying here. More solid competition. Mhm.
Exactly. Because
Definitely.
okay, you got Vivo, you got Joe Smith Jr., you got
Mhm.
CBS, but not much after that. You know, Benavides got Morel, Plant, Vosdick. I mean,
Yeah.
Anthony Yard. I mean, Boo Boo, Plant. You
Mhm.
name it.
Yeah.
And most of
You
them
got
are like B plus, but
He had two
you
fights
know,
with that other guy early in his career. Remember the guy that dropped him? He was a good fighter. Early, it was way early in his career. Oh man, I can't think it was. They had two.
Ronald Gabriel.
Yeah, Gabriel.
Yeah.
Him. Hmm. Yeah. And Benavidez wasn't nowhere near as good as he is now when he fought Gabriel.
No, you got to remember Benavides don't have the best history either. Like
Yeah.
Benavides really, he is a real example of how can
Mhm.
you really like change, in my
Yeah.
opinion, because
Yeah.
you see all these guys. Oh, I changed, and then they get back to you like Ryan or Tank or
Right.
Keyshawn. I mean, hopefully
Right.
not Keyshawn,
Right.
rather I should say.
Yeah.
But you know, Adrian Broner and the likes, and Mayorga, and you name it.
Mhm.
But this guy, you know, he got popped and everything, and he was
Mhm.
doing some illegal stuff. But there hasn't been nothing ever since, bro. Like he
But the thing I
really,
like about Benavidez is he been getting better all the time, but even back
yeah,
then he always found a way to win. Nobody never beat him, you know.
exactly.
He
Like
always found a way to win those fights, you know.
I've been watching David Benavides ever since the Rogelio Medina fight. You know,
Yeah,
um,
yeah,
Jalen Love and Lemieux and you name it, and
yeah.
Tyrone Davis and
You
um,
can see him getting better and better and better, you know,
oh
making
yeah, like
progress. Yeah. I still don't think he's ready for no Bivol though. Mm-mm. But we might
I
not
don't
see
think
that
so
because he
either.
at cruiserweight now. So you
That
think
ain't
he might go
happening.
back down to light heavyweight?
No, and I don't see Bivol jumping to
Nah,
cruiserweight either.
not at his
Um,
age now. He ain't. Now
what
he's gonna run
for?
right at light heavyweight. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
like
rest
no.
of his career. And then
Um,
the Derby, yeah, I think that might be his last fight when
he
he
should
fights
be.
Bivol. Yeah, that might be it because he's 42. I mean, his birthday is in February. Is it 41 or 42? He will turn.
Yeah.
So I know his birthday
Not
is
only
next month.
that, they had to postpone a fight because he had knee issues. Remember?
Again?
No. They had to postpone the what was it? The second one? Yeah,
Yeah,
they had to postpone it. Remember? So
yeah. So the
um,
third one is still on, right? The trilogy.
I'm not sure, man. I heard something about Bivol fighting Michael Eford, man. Like
Oh man,
I don't want to believe that, man.
you trying
Like
to age? Better be should just give up, go ahead and retire.
because the problem is that I've been giving crap to Benavides because he wouldn't wait for the trilogy, but now I have to defend Benavides because why
Yeah,
wait for this crap? You know,
and he
like
still have. If you're not fighting, better be up next. I don't blame Benavidez.
Exactly.
at all.
Oh man.
That's been his history, though. Canelo, he waited. That could have something to do with him giving up so fast on Bivol, because what he went through with Canelo, he probably said, "I'm not going through that again. I'm just gone. I'm not waiting."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna
that
turn up.
happened
Say that again?
with Canelo? He was like, "I'm not going through that again. I'll just move up."
I said that. I said that in one of my life. I was like, listen, if Bivol fights anybody else, I don't care if it's Morel, if it's whoever else other than Beterbiev, I have to say that David Benavidez made the right decision.
Yeah.
Even though there's still one thing that I can hold against Benavidez if I wanna mess a little bit, because he did put Beterbiev in his list. It wasn't only Bivol. Like Beterbiev was also on this list. So if Bevo's gonna fight Michael Eifert, why not? Why don't you fight Arthur? You know?
Oh, he's already 41, Arnie. His birthday was in January.
Doesn't matter. He knew that when he put him on the list too. He knew his age. So if he's on your list, and listen, I mean, whatever age he is, he's still a wrecking ball, man. I'm telling you, like it's still a dangerous fight. So people don't age the same way. Like he's not. Like I tell people, okay, 41 is 41. I understand that, but there's something to be said when you don't live, a lavish lifestyle or anything like that. Like he lives that faith-based, family first type lifestyle, private lifestyle, discipline. So I wouldn't put too much stock on that, to be honest with you.
That power ain't going nowhere. I don't care if he's 61.
Exactly.
That's the kind of power, man. Look at George Foreman. He was 45 when he knocked Moore out.
Right. So that's the one thing that I can say about Benavidez. Okay, I hear you on Bivol because he's fighting. I don't know why, but he's fighting Michael Eifert. And okay, but why don't you go fight Beterbiev?
Yeah,
because that list that I'm telling you is pretty recent. He didn't do this 3 years ago. Like he did this like a couple of months ago. He said Beterbiev, Bivol, or Bivol, Beterbiev, however you want to order them, and then Zurdo and Opetaya. That was his list. And you know how old Beterbiev is, so if Bivol's not on the table, because Bivol's number one, because Bivol beat Canelo. That's the keystone win of his career, is Bivol, if that ever happens, right? But Beterbiev is the guy that beat Bivol, so
I think
I
the
don't
only
know.
one Benavidez have a chance against him that is Zurdo. Opetaya, Bivol, Beterbiev, I think all of them beat him.
Oh, I'm sorry. Your question was about what do I think about the fight, and I got carried away. I'm sorry. The Benavidez versus Zurdo. I don't know, man. That's a tough one for me. All right, let me stick my neck out there. This is early prediction, okay? Early prediction. But I think Zurdo is going to pull the upset on David Benavidez. Yeah, wow. I think Zurdo is going to prepare for the fight of his life. Yeah. And I think he's going to make David back up because he's bigger, stronger, and they are both very volume punch type. But I think, I don't know. I think Zurdo can pull it off, man. I'm not saying stoppage, but I see a hell of a fight, majority decision-ish.
With Zurdo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he can win it. And that's in May. Yeah.
If he takes it seriously, yes, he can. Let me put it to you that way. If he trains for this fight like never before, Zurdo can pull it off. Make no mistake about this.
Yeah, I think so. I wouldn't even really call it upset. Because he's the champion, and he's the one been fighting that cruiserweight,
Yeah.
Benavidez's first fight up there.
Yes, and he's got 2 belts.
Yeah.
So, and his one loss wasn't even there. He was at light heavyweight.
That's right. Opetaya, he stops Benavidez.
Opetaya stops both of them, in my opinion. None of them can mess with Opetaya.
No.
None of them.
I would like to see Bivol go to cruiserweight and fight Opetaya.
I don't think that's a good idea because
You okay?
you're not knocking anyone out at like heavyweight. So what are you going to do at cruiserweight? Like I wouldn't do that, man. Like if you want to do something, see if you can go back down to 68 or something.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, it should be a one. There's fights at one. There's much more
Yeah.
interesting fights at 75 than there are at cruiserweight because cruiserweight is Giant Zurdo. Who else? Okay, David. Who else? Nobody. 75
Yeah.
is.
I was just trying to find somebody that could had a chance of beating Appetite. I would give Rival a good chance. I can't get that man stood in there 24 rounds with Viterbi.
That's true.
Nobody gonna stop him.
You know who's the one that got the most chance to beat Jairo Petaya?
Who's that?
And obviously it's not even a cruiserweight, but that's Alexander Usyk, bro.
Yeah,
that's who can beat Petaya, in my opinion.
Yeah, we'll never see that though. You know what,
bro? I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Mm-hmm. The one fight that I really, with capital all letters, really want to see from Jairo Petaya is Alexander Usyk because I think Petaya is gonna beat Usyk, bro. I said it. I'm telling you, I think Petaya can beat Usyk.
At heavyweight?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm telling you. Probably not gonna happen.
You know, how old is he? You know?
Who, Petaya?
Yeah.
I can't remember right now. I'll get back to you on that one as well.
You think he would be that? That would be the money for him. Would be to go to heavyweight though, because like you were saying, it really ain't nothing that cruiserweight. You know?
Yeah, he said it himself. Like he's got one toe on heavyweight. Petaya does. Like I saw an interview of him, and he basically just wants to get undisputed and then prance out of there and go to heavyweight. You know, because
because how long is Usyk gonna be there? You know.
Yeah, the Usyk fight is probably not gonna happen, but there's another fight that might turn out to be the biggest fight in boxing in about 2 years, and that's Moses Itauma.
Oh yeah.
In a couple of years,
I would pick Appetite in that one too.
Me too, but I wouldn't bet the house on it either.
We're forgetting Carvalho though. I would like to see him in Appetite as it Carvalho. That'd be another good fight for him up there too.
That would be a hell of a fight.
Yeah.
I think Caballero it's way more difficult for Jai than Fabio is, in my opinion. You know?
Yeah. Caballero is big, he can box, he can punch, got good defense too. So,
best body work in the division.
Yeah. What do you think about Caballero and Usyk? I don't think Usyk will ever fight him. That's too high risk, less reward. You know, Usyk don't need to do anything else. So why would he fight Caballero? I think he would be to do that, man.
I don't even know why Usyk is even fighting anymore. But Caballero is the heavyweight right now that I most give a shot to beating Usyk. You know,
I would call Usyk crazy to fight him. He don't have nothing else to prove, so he shouldn't do that anyway. You know, Caballero.
Yeah.
And nobody can say anything. This man been undisputed and beat everybody, so you know, nothing else. So I was, man, don't fight Caballero, Usyk. No, don't do it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Caballero will definitely beat him, but why even take that risk where you don't have to? You know?
Yeah. No, it's Caballero to me is number one as far as who can really beat Usyk right now in heavyweight. You know?
Yeah.
Number.
Who's think number two is?
Really far away is. All right, let me think. I don't even know. I would say. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Probably Tyson Fury. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, because they had two good fights.
Yeah, hell of fights. You know,
I wouldn't mind seeing it again.
I wouldn't mind it, but it would also be like another one of those why, you know, like
because Usyk is up to the now. If it was 1-1, it'd be a different story, right?
Because then AJ's gonna want to have a third one as well. He's 0-2 as well. You give this guy, give Mike.
You know? What's up, Colin? You're right. 100% right. Yeah.
And Dubois gonna follow through as well. I'm going to as well. Give me my third
Yeah.
one. You know?
Let me fight it. And it's money, big money fight for all of them. Yeah.
Of
So
course,
you're right.
man.
He gonna open up a can of worms if you fight Fury again. Because everybody gonna be like, my turn.
Exactly.
You him again, and you'd already beat him twice. Right. So yeah.
I mean, it's getting to the point with Usyk, bro, that I'm getting a little. That's why I was so thankful that Bud Crawford retired, because
Yeah.
bro, what are you waiting for? One of these dudes to get you, bro?
I know, and it's gonna
You
happen.
know, like,
You keep on messing around.
of course, man. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like it, man. And I like the guy. That's the problem. I love the guy. So I don't want to see that, man. Just like
Think
with
he
Bud
gonna stay
Crawford.
retired, Arnie?
Say that again.
Think Bud gonna stay retired?
I mean, he can do some exhibitions if he wants to, but as far as like legitimate, professional fights for record and stuff like that, nah. I think he should stay retired, because there's no fight that is going to remotely get close to being as big as Canelo or even Errol Spence right now. And enough of Boots, fans. Boots needs to create his own legacy. I love Boots. I love him, but he needs to create his own legacy.
You know, the situation I was telling you about, Usyk would be crazy to fight Carvalho.
Yeah,
Bud would be crazy to fight Boots. You don't have
exactly.
to.
Exactly.
Why? That's what I would ask. Why? That's
It's like a decade difference in age. It's like a decade of difference in age.
Yeah.
I mean, like, nah, bro. That's not how this goes.
You don't need to do anything else.
Exactly. It's like
a fight. Nobody can say nothing. Nobody can criticize you. You earned that.
It would be like Bud calling out Floyd Mayweather, who's a decade older than him.
Exactly.
Like what for? He did his thing. I'm doing my thing. Now you do your thing.
It's his turn. Let him do his thing and make his name.
Boots gotta fight. Boots gotta create his own legacy, which begins with Virgil Ortiz.
He can't just jump in and make a name off somebody like a legend like Bud. You gotta
come on, man.
You can't just come in there now and get the Bud fight and become a big
no,
name.
that ain't right. That ain't right.
Like that ain't how it works.
It's I don't like it. I don't like it when people even because I've seen this on the Boxing Voice as well. Those clowns. What's the name of that idiot? Two-Tone, whatever. He was telling Bomac that Crawford needs to fight that young up and coming. Obviously, he's talking about Boots, and he said it.
Had to be.
And Bowman was like, bro, you're sad, bro. Like, seriously, like you want to run fighters into the ground, man. Like
yeah, for what? You don't need to see that.
Like, what are we doing here? You would have a better argument to say, for example, Bud Crawford and Manny Pacquiao, because they are around the same age.
Yeah.
And the fight didn't happen because they robbed Pacquiao out of Jeff Horn. Like, I get it. Okay, you would have more of a point there.
A long time ago, yeah. If you hadn't been for that, you're right. Yeah.
This is the natural course of things. It's like you might as well be calling for a one-on-one basketball game between LeBron and Michael Jordan, even though Michael Jordan is like 20 years older than him.
Same thing. Mm-hmm.
I mean, what logic is that? Like
crazy if he would fight Boots.
This is why I don't like comparing legends too much.
Y'all would call Bud crazy to fight Boots right now. Why?
Yeah.
You don't have the game. All you got is everything to lose.
And I'm getting ticked off the same way with the people that want to stick Moses Utama in there with Usyk, bro. Usyk is damn near 15 years older than this guy. Even almost 20 years older than him.
Let Utama fight Carvalho. If he beats Carvalho, then let him fight Usyk.
Now let me ask you this:
Carvalho. Ain't nobody saying that. Let him fight Carvalho.
Now let me ask you this: Do you want to see? Okay, we both agree that Moses Utama is going to dispatch Jermaine Franklin, right? We both agree on that.
Of course.
Who do you want to see him next?
Who?
Yeah.
Carvalho.
Straight up?
Yeah. Since he getting all that hype and everything, put him in there.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm from the show me state.
I
For
would
them to
prefer
win.
Fabio first. Personally, I would prefer Fabio first,
And what
just
you
to be sure. Just to be sure,
against
you know.
against the Tama?
Yeah, I would, because
Okay.
Fabio is
Yeah.
so much. Fabio so much. He might have more power than Caballero. Okay, Fabio might have a little more power than Caballero. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe, but he's so much more limited than Caballero is.
Yeah.
So I need to be
Caballero was
sure
stopped early.
because to be honest with you, bro, a win, even if you go out there and just murk him in 1 minute,
Mhm.
it's still Jermaine Franklin. With all due respect, right? Like I need to see somebody else before I'm sure. You know,
Yeah.
that's just me.
After Franklin? You mean after Franklin, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Caballero is complete heavyweight, man.
oh yeah,
And he got the experience and everything. But nobody's saying him and Usyk. I think he's a heir apparent to Usyk.
that's a shame.
Ain't nobody
That's a
going to
shame.
Yeah, Caballero is a heir apparent to Usyk. After Usyk retires or whatever, you know. I can't see none of them heavyweights up there beating him. After Usyk, Fury, Joshua, all of them go. You know?
Maybe Talma.
Yeah, in a few years, not right now.
Yeah, not right now. No.
When
way.
they get a little seasoned, get some more fights under his belt. Yeah, that might be the fight. Talma and Caballero.
What do you think about
Richard Schaefer? What you think about him?
who?
Richard Schaefer, the other young heavyweight. Isn't his name Schaefer? Southpaw? The young heavyweight?
From USA?
Yeah.
Because I know someone. I don't think I know that one. I know somebody named Edwards. That's pretty good. Joshua Edwards, is it, or something like that?
Yeah. He's real young. I only think he got 10 fights yet.
Yeah.
Him and Atara will be a big fight in like 2 years. That will be the fight at heavyweight.
I got Terra Moana, bro. I like Terra Moana. I think Terra Moana and Monte Tama can be good in a few years too, bro.
The future looks bright. A couple years down the line for heavyweight. Yeah.
Let me ask you this: what do you think about Caballero versus Dubois?
Caballero.
Stoppage.
He had too much trouble. Yep.
Interesting.
I don't think it would be that much trouble. Caballero is the real deal, man.
I think so too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Who do you think can give outside of an Usyk, right? Who do you think can give Caballero trouble or the most trouble?
Probably have to wait for a Tama to get seasoned. But the most out of who's out there right now?
I would say a Jagba, probably, but I'm not sure.
Or AJ, if he gets back in shape and fight again and stuff. AJ. Mm-hmm.
Could be, yeah. Could be.
I think I'm saying the wrong name for this fighter. This young guy, he's Southpaw.
Is that the guy that made it very far in the Grand Prix? The one that you're saying?
Oh no, he's American. No,
because I know there was one.
Richard Schaefer is a Golden Boy. It used to be. I can't think of his name.
Because I know there was one American heavyweight that made it to like the semis of the Grand Prix, or so that was not Joshua Edwards, was somebody else. Good to see, man. Good to see that we don't.
That might be him.
Okay. That's all I got, bro. Really.
Torres.
Oh, Richard Torres.
Yeah. What you think about him?
I like him. I don't think he has enough. You know, enough tools in the toolbox. But I like a lot of things. I like the hunger that he has. You know, like he fights with a reckless abandon, and but not in a bad way. Like not in a bad boxing IQ type of way. You know, like he goes after it, is what I'm saying, you know. And the thing that I don't love about Torres is his defense. And I think he just throws too many overhands, you know, leaves himself open too much.
Richard Schaefer is used to be the Golden Boy executive. what I was thinking.
Oh, that's the one that has a problem with Oscar, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
with
saying
with
his
the
name. Yeah, well, I
that's the
was
one
saying
that
his
took the fighters to PBC, I think.
Yeah. He used to be
Oh
like the
man.
matchmaker or something over there, something like Richard Torres was. Yeah. I mean, Richard Torres was the boxer. I was thinking, well, you're Southpaw. He's 14 over 12 knockouts.
I like him. But I need to see him versus like a Bakoli first, you know,
Somebody like that, yeah.
or Hergovich, you know. Uh,
What you think about Bacoli?
I think great question because I was super high on him when he beat
I was
Anderson,
too. Me
but
too. Everybody was, yeah. But like
I'm not gonna put too much stock on the Parker thing because that was like a day notice, so I'm not
Yeah.
gonna die on that hill. But the
Nah.
Jagba fight, I love the fight. I was entertained by it. I enjoyed it, but he was so overweight.
I know.
Like he could barely move out there.
Yeah, it seems like he's gonna have weight problems going forward because he's just a big fat dude, man. You know.
But he's undisciplined because on the Anderson fight he was bouncing.
Mm-hmm. He was. Yep. Now, like you say, the Parker fight, you can't put too much on that, but the other fight, he was big as a house, man. The Jogba fight.
Turkey would have called me, I would have showed up as well, bro. Trust me.
Yeah. Turkey. He's telling me we're gonna fight at 5 o'clock. It's like 4:30. I'm like, hell yeah. Turkey. You know,
I swear to you, man.
And then he's going to be impressed by you coming on short notice, and that puts you in line for him to look out for you again.
Exactly. Look at Josh Padley. Look at stuff.
So nobody going to turn Turkey down on short notice.
No.
No.
And
might be your biggest payday.
Yep.
Yep. So you couldn't.
That's another guy that has not fought in a while, man. Bakoli.
Yeah, he hasn't. Mm-mm. He got
I don't know. He's
paydays and chilling and eating. He at the restaurant.
He's becoming dangerously close to like throwing his career away.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. You can tell he's undisciplined. And plus, he's just a big fat guy, man.
Yeah. Like, there's no excuse for a Jagba. Like, for Parker, you have I was debating people, and I was like, bro, like, this was a day's notice. Like, I was defending him. Like, I wasn't expecting much either, but a Jagba, you had a full camp, bro. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. Yeah, Kong saying the same thing about we were talking about earlier. Apataya step up to face Usyk would be a super fight. Yeah, that would be
exactly.
Mm-hmm. But he better hurry up because you don't know how longer Usyk going to be around, you know, and willing to take a fight like that. I wouldn't even take that fight if I was Usyk.
Nah.
Why? You don't have to. Just like the Yell fight, I would call him crazy to take an Apataya fight. Usyk could just chill. He stick around because he loved boxing. Just take some, you know. You ain't got to fight nobody big like Carbayella or Opataya. Just chill.
Right. I guarantee you they have something for you back in Ukraine, if nothing else. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, because they reward you over there for, you know.
Trust me.
They made what's the name? One of the Chris Kovic. I think he became the mayor.
Exactly. One of them is the mayor of Kiev, and the other one is something else, head of the something boxing over there, something like that.
Yeah. So him, Loma, all of them, they love him over there.
Believe that.
Eastern Europe, period. You know, all over that whole area. Triple G is the head of the Olympic Committee in Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
Plus, that World Boxing, their new governing body for boxing in the Olympics, Triple G is some kind of big wig in that too.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think like with USA Boxing, he's in charge of the equivalent in Kazakhstan. Triple G.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. They're gonna give you. They're gonna give him at least that, but they're probably gonna make him a movie star or something like that, bro. Trust me.
That's all he wanted. You know, Triple G. That was probably, you know. he probably didn't want to be a politician or anything, you know.
Yeah.
Like a politician who running an organization like that too, though, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got to be a little political.
Yeah. That's their like Pacquiao is to the Philippines, Triple G is to Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
You know?
Isn't he still a politician down there, Pacquiao? No, he ran.
Yeah, he was. I think he was a senator. He lost the presidency, but
yeah,
I think he was senator.
Yeah, he was.
Or still is, maybe. I don't know.
I think he's some kind of politician down there. Still, if you ever decide to stop fighting.
Exactly. Like he can do whatever he wants. Trust me.
What you got for us tonight, Arnie?
I'm gonna go live probably in 3 hours, something like that.
Cool. Yeah. What you gonna be talking about? You haven't decided yet.
Man, early predictions.
Okay. On the weekend? Fight on the weekend. Okay.
Absolutely. Everything, because we got everything this week, and I know you rock with boxing only. I mean, I don't know if you do, but I'm gonna cover a UFC that's happening also this weekend, and also the Super Boxing 2 as well, and the Royal Rumble as well. So I'm gonna be busy as hell.
Is that this weekend? The Royal Rumble?
Yeah.
Okay. Where they having that at?
It's gonna be in Saudi. It's gonna be in Saudi.
What? Oh my goodness! Turkey done got into everything. Wow.
Yeah.
It's in Saudi. Is this the first time you've ever been over there?
For that event, yes. But get this, Cass. WrestleMania next year is gonna be in Saudi, bro. Get a load of that.
Wow. WrestleMania in Saudi. That's gonna be big.
Yes, sir.
Turkey got unlimited money, man.
Yes, he does.
And everything. Like Jay Hawk was saying, they get it out of the mud. You know? Wow. WrestleMania.
Do you know anything about Jay Hardcore?
I was checking each day to see if he's on, but no, I don't know.
I'm gonna check him out. Maybe I'll write to him on Instagram or something, see if he's okay and everything. Because there's been no post or anything, you know.
I had his number, but then I changed phones, and the number was in the other phone. And I can't get
somebody has it. Somebody has it. Either T Hill or
I know T Hill has it, but
yeah.
I don't know what he had been coming on for. They've been on for a minute. When the last time you seen him? I haven't seen him
last time I checked, it was back like a few months ago.
Yeah, I checked yesterday. He didn't come on. But yeah.
I'm
gonna ask him about that. Yeah. I don't know about that JBT, how that's doing now. Remember the organization, the JBT?
Yeah, they did reunions. I was hoping to go to one of those, but
I was at one.
Awesome, man.
Fight weekend. I met Jay and D1 and Remo and Senior for the podcast. BN Boxing News. I met all them guys, man. What's the guy? Big Dre. All of them. Has a E. Yeah, they were all there.
That's awesome.
I think that was the last one they had. That was the weekend of the tank fight. I didn't go to the fight, but I was in New York that weekend. Yeah. It was nice, man. Aunt McQueen. I met Aunt in person.
Awesome.
They were all there, man. Yeah. Yep.
Telling you, man.
T Hill wasn't, because T Hill way out in California, so yeah, he wasn't. Yeah.
That was over in the DMV area?
It was in New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because most of those people in the northeast to the United States area.
Oh, okay, I see.
BN Boxing News came from Louisiana, though.
Wow.
Yeah, he was there. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah. I gotta sit to see when they having another one, because that was last year. The Tank and Lamar Roach fight that weekend. That's been about a year.
Oh, okay, that's true. Yeah.
It's in March, wasn't it? Yeah, March.
I think Albuga is the one that got the ticket. The raffle.
Yeah, Albuga. Yeah, he wasn't at the meet. I think they had a couple of them. I didn't go to the first. The first one was in Philly. I think Albuga was at that one. That was around a Boots fight. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. I see.
Yeah, I wanted to see when they're gonna have another one. So yeah, I got to get in touch with them.
Hopefully.
They was talking about having one when they were talking about the Tank and Lamar Roach rematch, but they never had the rematch. So yeah.
Yeah, that ship has sailed.
Yeah, man. It would be nice to meet you at one, man. That would be fire.
Oh, for sure, bro.
Wow.
Come on. One good one could be. I mean, I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. One good one could be Benavides and Zurdo.
I know. In May, that would be good. I'm gonna have to get in touch with them and see what's going on with it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know where's that gonna be at. Is that gonna be like in Las Vegas?
Probably on the out west somewhere.
Oh, okay. No, they have to wait for something.
Where, yeah. I think that's what's that holiday Canelo used to always fight on in May?
Yeah, Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, I think it's that weekend.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But they have to. Shakur and Tio would have been nice because that's in New York.
I know. Yeah, that would have been a good one. Yeah, we only a few days.
There'll be more.
Say it again.
There's gonna be more.
Yeah. We only a few days away from that fight week. That's gonna be interesting. But yeah, this month has started out good though. If we can get every month like this one, it'll be a good year for us. Bro. And just the first month starting out like this,
it's been awesome, absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
All right, brother. I'm gonna have to do something now.
Yeah, we're ready to get out of here too. It's always a pleasure,
You already know, brother. God bless. Let me go ahead and cook some food, and I'll be on live later.
Okay. Check you out later.
Sir.
Coming on in about 3 hours tonight. Okay, RNA Boxing. All right. So tomorrow is Wednesday. I think we're going to be talking about boxing in the 1940s. That's right, tomorrow. And Thursday, we're going to talk about the history of the World Boxing Council, WBC. And Friday, I still can't remember who the profile was going to be. Man, who was it? Oh, man. Oh, Frank Bruno. The life and career of Frank Bruno Friday. Boxer from Great Britain. Yeah. That's who the profile is Friday. The life and career of Frank Bruno. And that's the rest of the week. But appreciate everybody. Kong, Unconquest, the Boxing Mania Podcast, YGL Greenlight, Bruce Gas Boxing Jazz, and more. Jay Gibson from the TWT family, the winning team. BVO Sports TV, Mike Rim, Crush the Legend, Irony Boxing, Ray Patterson, the Drunk Irishman, Mike Mazik, and Miss Cass. Appreciate everybody. Just Do Boxing should already be in progress now. And everybody have a great afternoon. Join me tomorrow for a look at boxing during the 1940s. Okay? If it's Monday through Friday, 2 p.m., it's The Boxtorian, bringing you all that boxing history.